man. I do what I do.
And now they expect us to do it again. Now, the question you need to be asking yourself now, brothers and sisters, why should we stand with them now? And let's just be brutally honest. We don't owe them anything. If the 60% of Latinos who had voted for Kamala had voted for Kamala Harris, maybe we wouldn't not be having this conversation. Maybe we could talk about mutual solidarity, about standing together against oppression. But that's not what happened. Instead, the majority of Latinos chose Trump. And though in doing so, they chose to identify with whiteness. They chose to throw the majority of what black people stood for and indigenous people under the bus. I'm just saying. Because clearly they didn't have anything to gain because they're losing everything. I say vote your interest. I voted my interest. Nevertheless, now they want help from the same people that tried to help them at the ballot box. But let's ask this real question. Why are they asking us for help and not white people that they align themselves with? Where are the Trump supporters they stood shoulder to shoulder with? Where are the white conservatives they tried so hard to impress? Where's the Republican Party they voted for in record numbers? See, they won't go to them because they know they're never truly accepted. They spent years chasing white validation, and now they see the truth, and whiteness does not include them, but they're going to keep chasing. So they come to us. They come to us because they think we're their saviors, but we're not. They think we're their safety net, but we're not. We're not here to clean up the mess that they made. And that needs to be a lesson to them. If you choose to align yourself with somebody who is perceived to be a white supremacist, and I'm not saying Donald Trump is, I'm just saying the white supremacists think he's a white supremacist. That's why you have Yahtzees on bridges in Ohio with racially motivated signs. It's the environment that he created, something that you have to expect. But nevertheless, if you want to actively participate in your own oppression, if you cast yourself your lot with those who hate you, don't expect black people to come running when things go south. The era of these one-sided solidarity movements is over. And that goes for the African immigrants, the Caribbean immigrants, and the Latino immigrants. If they didn't stand with us, they don't need to expect us to stand with them. And this is the bed they made in, and now they need to lie in it. Now, the racial attitudes in Latinos, they bring these attitudes with them. And it's not an accident. They're deeply ingrained in the history and the culture of their home countries, from Mexico to Colombia. Okay? They celebrate these things. It's global. They literally see us as a subservient class. In Venezuela, whiteness is still the standard of beauty and success. Skin lightening treatments are common, and marrying white is seen as a step up. In Colombia, there's an unspoken caste system. Colombia has one of the largest black populations in Latin America, but you would know it looking at the country's leadership and the wealthiest families. The racial hierarchy in Colombia is undeniable. White Colombians dominate politics, media, business. Afro-Colombians and indigenous Colombians are underrepresented in those aspects, but overrepresented in poverty and underrepresented in power. In cities like Cali and Cartagena, Afro-Colombians live in the poorest neighborhoods. They're often denied jobs. They even face brutal police brutality and violence. Same thing in Brazil. Does that sound familiar? That's because their struggle mirrors what Black Americans face. but with even less protection. Even though Colombia has a massive black population, the country has been reluctant to even acknowledge them. The idea that a person is either mestizo or white is still strong, and many black Colombians face pressure to deny their blackness or identify as mulatto or mixed just to avoid discrimination. Yet, here in the U.S., Colombians will still turn to black people for support, expecting us to fight for their rights while they continue to look down on us. Again, Venezuela, another country, is a perfect example of that they love to claim is not racist while practicing racism every single day. And I told you all about the study in 2013 conducted by the Swedish research team that said Venezuela is the most racist country in the Americas. Afro-Venezuelans and the indigenous people make up the poorest communities in the country. They're locked out of wealth, education, power, while the white Venezuelans dominate the economy and the government. And the media reflects this bias. If you were down there watching Venezuelan TV, watch the news, the telenovelas, it's overwhelmingly white, light-skinned actors with black indigenous people either playing minor roles as servants or criminals. And now Venezuelans are in a crisis. Many of them have fled to the U.S. looking for asylum. Why would they expect us to advocate for them and we are black Americans? And they actively practice anti-black racism. I'm just asking, shout out to Logic Hits. They expect us to fight for them because in their eyes, we are the laborers, we are the workers, we're the muscle of the movement. We're the ones who should be marching and protesting and dying in the streets for their rights. While they watch from the sidelines waiting for the benefits. That's what they really think. Because there's no other reason to explain that.
My name is DennisSpurling. I'm an attorney here in Houston, Texas. My mandate is to be an advocate for black men. DennisSpurling, got the mic on fire. I'm a black father, I have black sons. Tune in, weekly feeling inspired. From the heart, real talking night. Every episode brings the light. Subscribe, hit the like, my voice, my wisdom. Share the love, you know it's fair. Join us every it's cold outside, listen King coming. Drop some coins in the collection plate. Alright, let me roll out. Comment below, let's start the chat. Insight so deep like we sat. Together vibing, no need to wait. DennisSpurling always first. What's up? Welcome to the broadcast. Hit the like, won't you dare? Share the love, you know it's fair. Join us every week, don't be late. Drop some coins in the collection plate.
Yeah, they peso tricky. Some of y'all can't help it. Some of y'all can't help tricking. Some of y'all got a soft spot for her.
You enjoy the ride, come say hi. Catch the wave, don't pass by. Lifted spirits, always in sight. In this podcast, joy takes flight. Subscribe, hit the like, won't you dare? Sharing and subscribing to the channel.
say hi. Catch the wave, don't pass by. Lifted spirits always in sight. In this podcast, joy takes flight. Subscribe, hit the like, won't you dare. Share the love, you know it's fair. Join us every week, don't be late. Drop some coins in the collection plate.
Donation. I thought it was a trash movie.
Hey man, I do what I do.
You know that.
Your ass, class, don't come over here. You tall black motherfucker. Women up inside. I don't give a fuck about